Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with an unbearable cramp in your calf? Or felt your legs go numb after just a short walk around the block? What if I told you that this could be the beginning of something far more dangerous than you realize? Most people ignore these signs, brushing them off as minor annoyances. But poor blood circulation in your legs can silently lead to life-threatening conditions like deep vein thrombosis, peripheral artery disease, or even stroke. And here's the terrifying part. By the time symptoms are noticeable, it might already be too late. That's why in today's video, we're diving deep into the only 6 exercises you need to dramatically improve blood circulation in your legs. If you're over 50 or care about someone who is, these exercises could literally save a life. Welcome to your source for proven health tips, your go-to channel for staying strong, mobile, and independent as you age. Before we go further, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single life-saving update. Let's get into it. You might think you're safe because you move around during the day, maybe take a walk here or there, or stretch occasionally. But here's the truth. Most daily activities aren't enough to reverse the damage caused by years of sedentary habits, smoking, high blood pressure, or diabetes. The vessels that deliver blood to your legs are delicate and prone to getting clogged, narrowed, or weak. Once this starts happening, your body struggles to pump blood down to your toes and back up to your heart. That's when fatigue sets in, your feet start swelling, and every step feels heavier than the last. But what if there was a way to take control? Not through pills or surgery, but through deliberate, focused movements that target the exact systems responsible for circulation. This isn't about hitting the gym for hours or doing anything extreme. It's about mastering a small set of movements that, when done correctly and consistently, will send a surge of fresh, oxygen-rich blood flowing through your legs like never before. We'll be uncovering each of these exercises in a moment, but before we do, it's important you understand how they work. See, your circulatory system isn't a passive network. It's a dynamic, ever-responsive system that needs stimulation. Think of your veins and arteries like rivers. When they're blocked or weak, the water, or in this case blood, slows, stagnates, and pools. That pooling is what causes varicose veins, cramps, and even blood clots. But when you activate the right muscles, especially the calf and thigh muscles, they act like pumps. They push blood upward, overcoming gravity and keeping your circulation strong. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Most people don't realize that poor leg circulation isn't just a leg problem. It affects your entire body. When blood flow in your lower limbs is compromised, your heart has to work harder. Your brain might get less oxygen. Over time, this can lead to cognitive issues, extreme fatigue, and increased risk of heart failure. The body is one connected system, and neglecting your legs is like ignoring the foundation of your house. It might look fine for a while, but one day it all comes crashing down. You're probably wondering now, what are these 6 life-saving exercises? And how can you make them part of your routine without turning your life upside down? Don't worry. We're not talking about complicated workouts, gym memberships, or expensive equipment. We're talking about specific, controlled movements you can do right at home, even while watching TV or sipping your morning coffee. Each exercise has been carefully chosen based on research and medical insight to maximize blood flow, improve mobility, and reduce your risk of serious complications. And here's another critical truth. Consistency beats intensity. It's not about how hard you push, it's about how regularly you move. The 6 exercises you're about to learn are deceptively simple, but when practiced with precision and dedication, they can unlock a whole new level of energy, reduce swelling, ease pain, and most importantly, help you avoid the terrifying consequences of poor circulation. Now let's explore the first exercise. But don't be fooled by its simplicity. The first movement is one that can dramatically shift how your blood flows from your toes back to your heart. You don't need to get off the couch, but you do need to focus. Sit up straight, lift one leg slightly off the ground, and start flexing your ankle slowly up and down. This isn't just a stretch. Every flex compresses the veins in your calf, pushing blood back up toward your heart. This motion mimics the muscle pump mechanism that your body naturally uses when walking, and it's essential for people who sit or stand for long periods. Do this for just a minute or two, and you might feel a tingling warmth. That's circulation coming back to life. If you're already feeling the burn or a flush of warmth in your legs, that's a great sign. It means the dormant blood vessels are reawakening. But don't stop now. We've only just begun. This is just one of the 6 techniques that can transform your health from the ground up, literally. The next technique engages more than just your calves. It targets your thighs, hips, and glutes, 3 powerhouse areas for leg strength and vascular flow. You see, these muscles are not just there for walking or climbing stairs. They also serve as pressure regulators for your blood vessels. When they're weak or inactive, your veins collapse more easily, blood pools faster, and symptoms like numbness and fatigue appear more often. We'll continue this transformation in the next section, where we'll go deeper into the remaining techniques, how to perform them safely, and how they each connect back to the health of your entire circulatory system. And remember, this isn't about short-term relief. This is about rewiring your body to circulate blood efficiently for the rest of your life. If you've made it this far, that means you care. And that alone sets you apart from millions of others who are unknowingly putting their health at risk every single day. We just touched on the first exercise, one that might seem basic on the surface, but is vital in restarting the blood flow to your lower limbs. Now let's go even deeper. This next move will activate the major muscle groups in your thighs and glutes, muscles that play an enormous role in returning blood to the heart. Here's where things get interesting. Most people think heart health is just about cardio or avoiding fatty foods. But few realize that your leg muscles, especially the quadriceps and glutes, function as a second heart. That's right. They literally pump blood when they contract. Without this natural support system, your heart is left to do all the work. Over time, this constant strain can lead to heart fatigue, blood pooling, and yes, even heart failure. That's why the next exercise is so essential. Stand upright near a sturdy surface for balance, then slowly lower your body into a semi-squat, not too deep, just enough to feel your thighs engage. Hold it there for a few seconds, then push back up using your heels. The pressure generated in your lower body forces blood upward, creating a pressure wave that helps cleanse your veins of stagnation. As you repeat this movement, you're not just strengthening muscles, you're rewiring your circulation. And if done daily, this one technique alone can reverse years of vascular decline. You may be wondering, why does poor circulation affect older adults more severely? The answer is terrifyingly simple. As we age, our blood vessels become less elastic, more rigid, and prone to damage. This makes it harder for the body to respond to changes in position, temperature, or exertion. That's why many older adults feel dizzy when standing, or their legs feel cold no matter how warm it is. When you couple this with a sedentary lifestyle, the body becomes a perfect storm for circulatory breakdown. Here's another disturbing truth. Poor blood flow in the legs isn't always visible. Sure, some people see spider veins or varicose veins. Others feel cramps or numbness. But for many, the first real symptom is something far more devastating, a blood clot. And these clots often strike without warning. One moment you're walking, and the next you're in the ER with a life-threatening condition called a pulmonary embolism. All because blood wasn't moving the way it should. That's why this video is more than just a guide. It's a wake-up call. Every day you ignore these signs, your risks compound. But the exercises we're revealing here are your first line of defense. They are simple, safe, and proven to work when done correctly. The third movement we'll talk about involves engaging the hamstrings and lower back in a coordinated stretch and contraction sequence. Lay on your back, bend your knees, and slowly lift your hips into the air. This is known to many as a bridge, but don't mistake it for a generic fitness move. This particular position takes pressure off the veins in your hips, allowing trapped blood to escape upward. At the same time, you're activating core stabilizers, which helps improve balance and stability, two factors that are critical for aging adults at risk of falls. The fall risk itself is tied to circulation. When your legs don't get enough blood, your nerves suffer. Your sense of balance decreases, your reaction time slows. This means one stumble can lead to a broken hip, months of recovery, or worse. If you've ever known someone who suffered a fall after 65, you know how quickly it can spiral into immobility or even death. That's how serious this is. These exercises are not optional. They are your shield against the silent, creeping danger of leg circulation failure. And the more you move, the more your body remembers how to circulate properly. Think of it like waking up an old engine. At first, it sputters. Then, with a little fuel and movement, it begins to purr. The human circulatory system is the same way. It just needs the right push, the right pressure, and the right patterns. Now let's not forget something critical. We talked earlier about how blood carries oxygen, but it also carries nutrients. That means poor circulation isn't just depriving your legs of oxygen. It's starving them of what they need to rebuild tissue, fight infection, and maintain strength. Have you ever seen a wound on the foot of an older person that refuses to heal? That's often caused by poor circulation. Without blood, the body can't deliver the white blood cells and platelets required for recovery. In the worst cases, this leads to infections, gangrene, and even amputations. This is not meant to scare you. This is to make you act. And if you're still watching, you're already taking the first, most important step. The fourth movement focuses on the feet, often the most neglected part of the leg, but arguably the most crucial when it comes to blood flow. While seated or lying down, begin rolling your feet in circles, clockwise and then counterclockwise. It sounds easy, but this engages the tiny stabilizer muscles that control your ankle joint. When you stimulate these muscles, you activate the smaller veins and capillaries that feed into your foot and toes. These are the same areas that often go numb or cold first when circulation begins to falter. The more you rotate and flex the feet, the more you help your body clear out toxic metabolic waste products that build up from inactivity. Lactic acid, inflammatory chemicals, and stagnant lymph fluid all contribute to leg fatigue and pain. But when you stimulate these areas, you clear the pipes. Think of it like unclogging a drain. Suddenly everything starts flowing again. But what if you've already got a diagnosis like PAD, peripheral artery disease? Is it too late? Absolutely not. That's the beauty of these exercises. They're not just preventative, they're restorative. Studies have shown that consistent, low-impact movements done over time can actually promote the development of new capillaries. This means your body can adapt and find new ways to deliver blood where the old paths are blocked. That's the miracle of the human body. It wants to heal. You just have to give it the right signals. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Signal after signal, pump after pump, we're waking up your circulation one muscle group at a time. And if you think it stops at just physical health, think again. Improved blood circulation affects everything: mental clarity, energy levels, even your mood. Ever felt foggy-headed and irritable after sitting too long? That's your brain asking for better blood flow. When your legs move, your brain lights up. That's a fact. Circulation improves oxygen delivery to all major organs, including your nervous system. And that means fewer headaches, sharper thinking, and a deeper sense of vitality. So the next time you're tempted to skip a movement or sit just a little longer, Remember, you're not just sitting, you're slowly cutting off your own lifeline, and you don't want to miss them. Full body integration that targets circulation from multiple angles. But before we dive into those, if you've found any value in what we've shared so far, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We bring you the most critical, up-to-date, and practical information